Hi, my name is Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Going on a little bit of a rant today about your broker and your banker selling you annuities. I know, every time you turn around, someone's trying to sell you an annuity. You turn on the TV, annuity ad. You turn on the radio, annuity show, annuity ad. You can't get away from it. So you go to your banker, you're thinking you're going to talk about banking, and all of a sudden they're trying to sell you an annuity. Same thing with your broker, who's there to manage your assets with bonds and stocks and mutual funds and ETFs and all those things, and all of a sudden they're saying, oh, by the way, I want to sell you an annuity. Huh? To me, and here's the crazy part about some of the things with the brokers and the advisors, is they want to sell you the annuity, which is a packaged product, but then they want to charge you an annual wrap fee to manage it. And in some cases, they're charging an annual wrap fee on a fixed annuity to manage it, which makes absolutely no sense because it's a fixed annuity. Morally, ethically, I don't care what you want to say, if you have a fixed annuity, there should be no management fee. They're already getting paid a commission. There should be no additional management fee. It's ridiculous. The other thing that's ridiculous is when you walk into the bank, and most of the people, like my mom, great example, my mom, St. Augustine, Florida, she walks into the bank, she sits down with the banker, he's leading with an annuity pitch. Now, that doesn't last long because my mom goes, oh, by the way, my son's name's Stan the Annuity Man. He's like, ah! Scared the crap out of him. I mean, the guy literally called me the other day and said, I really apologize for pitching your mom an annuity. I'm like, you should be ashamed of yourself. She's 81 years old and you're pitching an indexed annuity to her. I should come down there and beat the crap out of you. Literally, of course. Figuratively, of course. No, I digress. That's crazy. Now, here's the other thing you need to know. Because I've worked for the big firms. I work for all of those big name firms. Annuities to get on the platform of those firms, unless things have changed, and I doubt it because it's a profitable capitalistic world, annuity carriers had to pay a shelf fee. What's a shelf fee? Let me give you an example. When you walk into the grocery store and you walk by the potato chip aisle and the Lay's potato chip is right at your face, right? And the Fritos is right here and then Fred's chips is down here. The reason Fred's chips is down here and you can't see it is because Lay's and Frito-Lay have paid the price to be at eye level. When you go into a bank, when you go into a brokerage firm, and they talk about annuities, they're not talking about all annuities. They have a limited shelf space. They have limited amount of carriers. Annuities are commodity products. You shop all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. That's the fiduciary thing to do. Fiduciary means you put the client ahead of anything on the client's best interests are first. Period. How can the client's best interests be first if you don't have all carriers? So when you walk into the bank, when you walk into the brokerage firm, oh, by the way, if you guys want to send me those emails, those bankers, brokers that watch this, stan@theannuityman.com, bring it on. Been there, done that, sat at your seat. So you don't have anything I don't know, okay? But when they're pitching an annuity, they don't have all annuity carriers. And you should buy an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. That's the contractual guarantee. So if you come to me and say, Stan, I want to solve for an annuity contractual guarantee, I'm going to shop pretty much every carrier on the planet. If you go to them and say that, they're going to shop the ones that pay the shelf space fee to get on the shelf space. They're going to have a limited amount and they're going to show you what they have. I'll give you a great example. My mom has two bankers. They both have tried to sell her annuity. The one that I wanted to beat the crap out of, she's 81, he tried to sell her an indexed annuity. That's ridiculous. But the other one, this is a better story. And he's a nice guy. But he knows that she buys CDs. So he tried to sell her a multi-year guarantee annuity, a fixed rate annuity. Now he should know better than that because I sell more of those than anyone on the planet and written a book on it. He should know better, but he's dying over there and he's trying to sell something, right? So he goes to her and he goes, well, I have this 5-year and the rate he had was like, it was low. It was like 1.5% for 5 years. Well, the best fixed rate annuity at the time she was looking at CDs and he was trying to pitch her a 5-year fixed rate annuity at 1.5, if you'd have shopped all carriers, you'd have got 3.5. Is that being a fiduciary? I don't think so. I mean, my mom called it, he said this year he got 1.5%. on that. I said, Mom, I could get you 3.5. I'm not going to sell it to you because you're my mom, but you could get 3.5. But why was that making me upset? It's because that banker had a limited access to carriers and that's all he had. And because that's all he had, that's what he was going to sell. To him, I guess it's okay. To the bank, I guess that's fine because that's who paid the shelf space. To me, that's crap. When you're buying contractual guarantees, you need to see all carriers. Period, end of story. So when you visit with your banker next time, and your broker and advisor and master of the universe next time, ask them how many carriers are on the platform. How many annuity companies do you represent? How many? Don't ask. They'll say, well, what do you want to do? Which type of annuity? No, just say, I want to know how many. How many different carrier names do you have access to? And quotes. You will be shocked. It'll be like going into a restaurant and seeing 5 things on the menu or 7 things on the menu. Give me a break. So, the carriers really want the brokers and the bankers to sell it. Why? Because that's a huge distribution network. Brokers and bankers manage and control and have access and conversations with a lot of money out there, right? The carriers, the annuity companies want the sales to go through them. They have really done a good job recruiting bankers and brokers to sell their annuities. But not all carriers. Not all carriers. And because not all carriers have done it means that you're not going to get the best quotes. You're only going to get the quotes to the carriers that's paid the shelf space fee to get in front of the bankers and the brokers. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. Remember, you ask 2 questions with annuities if you want to buy them or if you want to even determine if you need one. What do you want the money to contractually do? And when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? From those 2 answers, then we pinpoint the annuity type that fits and will provide the highest contractual guarantee. And then we go shop all carriers to find the highest guarantee for you. It's that simple. If whoever you're dealing with can't do that, then you need to deal with someone else. Like Stan the Annuity Man. I'll see you next time.